The Dow. I'm not going to get in the gutter with these people.
Radical left wing.
I don't know why you're laughing.
This is gonna piss some people off.
The Dow. I'm not going to get in the gutter with these people.
Radical left wing.
I don't know why you're laughing.
This is gonna piss some people off.
The Dow. I'm not going to get in the gutter with these people.
Radical left wing.
I don't know why you're laughing.
This is gonna piss some people off.
Hello. My name is Ashlee, and welcome to my channel. Today, we are going to be talking about the disastrous UFC event that happened over the weekend that doubled as a birthday party for Donald Trump. Hello. How are you doing today? Excited to be going live because there's so much going on. And I'm going to try to do a few more videos this week because there is so much going on, literally so much going on. I still need to do an Ethan video. Things have since, so much has happened. So much has happened. So I guess I'm glad I kind of waited on the Ethan video because so much has happened. But yeah, today we're going to talk about the UFC, and then we're going to talk about Elon a little bit and Zoran a little bit. And yeah, just a lot of little things I found online that I think are funny. But yes, so before we get into it, please like and subscribe and turn on post notifications and all the things. I go live around 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I was giving Nala some extra love today because she got... So she got her teeth removed. She only got 5, so she still has teeth, which is good. Cause I really thought she was gonna get all of them removed. And there are these chewy treats that she likes, but no, she only got 5 removed. And she's doing good. She's doing good. So yeah, she's just healing from that. But yeah, so that's what's going on with me. I stayed home with her this weekend because they put her on opiates for cats, and she was a little loopy, and so she was kind of loopy and was it was funny, she wasn't really walking correctly, and so I was just oh my gosh. And then when I brought her home, she was walking in circles and kind of didn't realize where she was and was confused. It was cute. I felt bad because I laughed, but it was cute. And so I had originally signed up to door knock for Cori Bush this weekend, but I hadn't had her surgery scheduled yet, but then her surgery got scheduled and I was okay, well, I have to take this, and so, oh, hi, she's meowing at me. And so I couldn't go. And this weekend, do you know who went to Cori? Do you know who was there this weekend with Cori Bush? Jamal Bowman and Rashida Tlaib, and I missed it. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. And I went to a STL, St. Louis DSA social thing, and they were talking about Jamal Bowman maybe coming, and I was oh my God, I hope I'm there for that day. Man. I was very upset, but I had to stay home. I just had to. But anyway, that's what's with me. Anything else? Do I have any more updates? I don't know. I'm going to try to do a different shop because Fourth Wall's not working. So I have a lot of shirt ideas, and I was going to do a Nala shirt, and I still will, but it might take some time now. And then what else? I think that's about it. All right. Well, now that we got some personal updates and news down, let's get into what's actually going on right now. So yesterday, and I was confused. I wasn't sure if it was on Saturday or if it was on Sunday, but it was yesterday on Sunday, was Donald Trump's birthday. Now, I have been confused this whole time because I thought this was supposed to happen on July 4th. But no, it happened this weekend, and I was confused. I was like, why is it happening this weekend? It's because it's his birthday. Because the way he was portraying it this whole entire time is that like his birthday is like it's like, but they're gonna celebrate his birthday on July 4th, and they're gonna do it on July 4th. But anyway, I was wrong. So he just used his birthday as an excuse to do like a 250-year party thing. And I don't know if you hear a meow. But yeah, and so that was confusing. But anyway, so that's what they did. They had the whole UFC fight at the White House yesterday, and there are so many things coming out of this that are just insane. Like, of course, there's tons of corruption because Trump would not be involved in it if there wasn't corruption involved. But his son is now in the corruption, which is funny. Well, I mean, they're always in the corruption. They're always a part of it. But his son is a part of it. And then, let's see. Also, there was just like a ton of crazy stuff. So let's get into it. It was, and I think I said this before it happened, that this is literally going to be idiocracy. Like, this is literally idiocracy. And now you have people making memes everywhere. Like, literally the UFC fight, videos of the UFC fight are like almost like you put it next to idiocracy when they're having that like fight to the death, and I don't really see a difference. Okay? So yeah. Ridiculous. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Okay, so let's all right, so that's the Dave Portnoy one. We're not going to get into that. Okay, so I don't know what she's doing. She's crazy. I don't know if you can hear her. She's kind of crazy. It's so funny because, like, when she went to the vet, I could see on her paper it said she's very, like, anxious and very scared and, like, very, like, timid, which can be true around, like, newer people, which is funny because when she first met me, she was so sweet and just, like, loving, but she can tend to be a little anxious. But now that she's gotten comfortable with me, like, she's crazy. She's crazy. I love her so much, but she can be a little crazy. But I feel like that's all cats. Anyway, like, I don't know. This is what she started doing when we got home from the vet. She's like, she just keeps making noise in the litter box, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Okay, anyway, sorry, enough about my cat. All right, so let's watch this video. Okay, so when I first saw this video online, this is from the weigh-in. So this was actually on Saturday. And I was so confused because I was like, is this real? Is this not real? Is this AI? I'm like, surely this cannot be real. There's no way. But alas, it's real. And I swear, like, I don't, like, every day I wake up and I'm just surprised. Not even surprised, but just like, I can't, like, the things, like, I don't even know. I don't even have the words. I don't have the words because this is shit you see in, like, a movie, right? Like, we are so ridiculous. This country, this society is just so utterly ridiculous at this point that, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand what I'm seeing. Like, it doesn't even seem real. Okay, so remember when Republicans lost their shit and said a man from a war-ravaged country was disrespecting the White House because he wasn't wearing a tie? Yeah, now look at this. Oh my God, it's just, it's insane. Okay, let's watch this video. I really didn't think it was real, but it is. I don't think it has any sound, this particular one. But he goes up there. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's so disgusting.
So what? Maybe I was drinking last night. It's about who won it. giant black man that wants to knock me out. He has the most knockouts in UFC history.
Please do it, Josh.
231, the official weight for Josh Hogan.
He literally threw up on himself.
And ladies
Wait,
and
and
gentlemen-
isn't this the guy that wins? Isn't this the guy that won? I really didn't believe this was true when I first saw it. I was like, this has to be AI. Like, this is not true. Oh my God. He's the same guy who called Michelle Obama a man. I know we're about to watch that. First of all, like to me, I'm like, wait, dude, you're out here talking about everybody else. Maybe you should take care of yourself. Like, maybe you should stop running your mouth about everybody else and work on yourself, because obviously there is something wrong with you. There is something, you should have been fired. Like, I don't know if you can get fired from a job like that, but like, what are you doing? You're literally throwing up on yourself on a wing at the White House. At the White House. Not that I care about, like, whatever. Not that I, like, care, but it's just insane. Like, it's just insane. He looks ridiculous. This is what I'm saying. This is literally idiocracy. Like, you have to question if this stuff is even real now. Like, you have to look up and be like, was this AI? Was this real? I don't know. I was like hoping it was AI. I really was like, there's no way. There's no way. And it's real. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, oh yeah, he is a dumbass. He is a dumbass. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Speaking of him talking about Michelle Obama. So this is that clip, and look at Joe Rogan just looking. Oh my God. Joe Rogan looks like such an idiot. He's just such an idiot with his big smile. Oh my God. He drives me crazy. He's like so excited. And then like this man comes out and says the most insane thing. Okay, so this is what this guy says. I don't even care what his name is. I don't care. Michelle Obama is a man. So this guy who went to the weighing. Now listen, I don't care about Donald Trump. I don't care about UFC. I don't care about any of this, right? None of this is my cup of tea, okay? To me, this just makes us look insane, right? This is just insane. And it's literally idiocracy in real time. What I will say is, though, for someone like him, who apparently likes Donald Trump, and like this is his career, why in the world would you go to a weigh-in so drunk that you are literally throwing up on yourself? This is probably an important moment for you, and you're sitting here acting like a jackass, like a dumbass. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, Joe Rogan, dumbass number 2. I know, with that goofy smile on his face, which is about to go away. Anyway, that's what he shouted on the White House lawn in a ring sponsored by Bud Light. By Bud Light. They've changed their mind on Bud Light. I am ashamed. I am ashamed at Budweiser being from St. Louis. Anyway, Bud Light, only available on Larry Ellison's Paramount Plus. What a way to celebrate America. America's 250 in the twilight of liberal democracy. Now, I'm not a Tim Miller fan, but that was kind of funny. And yeah, it's funny that they all like love, you know, Budweiser now, and Budweiser, of course, has been trying to get more in the. They've been trying to like make it up to MAGA or make it up to their conservative audience, and that's why I'm like, sometimes it sucks that they're from St. Louis, because I'm kind of mad at you guys. But anyway, this is what he said. Well, this is what Hassan said. Remember when people freaked out because Obama converted the White House tennis court to allow basketball? People who had lots to say about that are the exact same people who absolutely love this shit. Yes, 100%, 100%. This is insane. Like, again, I'm not usually one of like, oh, America, people need to take us seriously, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, usually I'm not like, oh, whatever. But like, really, when you look at this, when other people look at this, what do you think? Like, what do you think goes through their mind? Right? Like, do you think people look at this and are like, wow, this is a smart country? This is a smart country. No. They look at this and are like, wow, Americans are so dumb. Oh my God. Anyway.
And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
Look at Joe Rogan. He had that. Look at Joe Rogan. He had that goofy ass smile on his face. And then it went away. Insane. Just ridiculous. I don't know what it is. Well, I mean, it's racism. It's racism and their constant need to honestly, it's their constant need to be obsessed with just like genitalia. They're just like obsessed with everybody's genitalia, and I just will never understand that. I don't like, why do you care so much about everybody's genitalia? Number one, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's a little creepy. But then second of all, it's just racism. Cause this happens a lot with Black women, especially like, Serena and, I forgot her name. They're twins. There's Serena and, Williams. I forgot the other twin's name. Serena and Venus. They've done that to them a lot, and so did you answer me? Venus, yes, thank you. I'm like, I know it. Don't forget homophobic and transphobic. Of course, no, 100%. It's homophobic, it's transphobic. It's just like, it's all of the above. And that's, and you know, of course, like Hassan says, I believe this 100%, is that like, transphobia is a mental illness, because you get to the point where you literally are like transvestigating everyone, and it's like a mental illness. There's like, again, there's like something wrong with you, that it's something wrong with them, that they're so obsessed with everybody else's genitalia and so obsessed with like knowing everyone else. Like, who cares? Why do you care? Like, what is wrong with you? It's creepy. It's creepy shit. I can't believe I missed this event. I love a good hog gathering. Oh my God. It's literally like, I don't know. Tim Pool's over here like, it's America, baby. America's back. Dude. America's back. And I'm like, wait, this same president that you're like, oh, America's back, baby, we're finally back. This same president who essentially, I don't think this was 250 years of America. I think this was 80 years of Trump. That's what I think this was. That's what this was, right? This had nothing to do with America, and it had everything to do with Donald Trump wanting this extravagant birthday party, okay? And that's what this was. But the rest of us are over here like, excuse me, gas prices are insane. Food prices are just crazy. Like, I spend so much on food, it's insane. And he also said this week, Donald Trump said that he did not care about inflation, that he likes it, he loves inflation, and that he does not think about the Americans' financial well-being. He literally, like, verbatim said these things. And you're over here like, oh, America's back, baby. Are we? are we back, or is he just enriching himself with this birthday party of his? If someone legit gave me a ticket, I would have went and laughed at everyone. I know. Well, now it's funny because I have a picture that we're gonna look at later of what is it, Jack Osborne, and now everyone's like finding people in the crowd and are like, this celebrity went and this celebrity went and that celebrity went. No, I do think it would be funny. I feel like I think the Good Liars went, and I saw one of their videos and that was really funny. No, I totally understand going there and just kind of like laughing at it all because it's just so ridiculous. It's just like utterly ridiculous that this is even happening, right? Yeah, no, I get that. Trump always says we're the hottest country now. Well, it's funny because I love this. I love this because yesterday, Laura Loomer, I'm getting ahead of myself, but Laura Loomer and all these people were like, oh, happy birthday, Trump. I love you so much. And then now today, when we might have a deal with Iran, like a real deal with Iran, Laura Loomer and Mark Levin and everyone's like, oh my God, what is happening? Oh my God. They're like melting down. And it's really funny to see like the juxtaposition of how they treat him based on if he's listening to them or not. Okay, anyway, so that was that fool. Piece of shit. Okay. So then everybody else, of course, was coming out and talking about it. And apparently Dana White's out here saying, oh, that was horrible, blah, blah, blah. I don't think Trump has said anything about it yet. I don't think he's gonna say anything about it. But this is Shane Gillis. So I guess Shane Gillis was one of the people that went, and this is how he reacted. I guess they have a TMZ DC now. It's actually kind of funny. I mean, they're doing a really good job. It's funny, but it's true. They're actually doing a decent job.
Hey Shane, how'd you enjoy the night, man?
It's pretty cool.
What do you think of Josh Hossett's joke?
Can you please?
What do you think of him saying Michelle Obama's a man?
I didn't love that.
Didn't love it? How come?
Why did you think?
Because it's
A lot of people have said the opposite. That's why I.
a lot of people have said the opposite. I'm sure a lot of people in that crowd have said the opposite.
Trump's job.
Okay, he's not. Anyway, the other thing that happened was I don't know this guy's name, but there was a guy that literally, like, he was a Trump person, realized that Trump was actually in the Epstein files and was lying about everything, and he went to this, he crashed it, had a shirt on that said Trump is in the Epstein files, and he was like getting arrested because he crashed it. It was hilarious. Mark Levin sounds like Master Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Oh my gosh, I know what you're talking about. I've seen those memes where they put his voice over that show. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. Okay, so I guess Dave Portnoy also was against it, which is kind of funny because
there was one moment I do think Trump has to denounce.
Yeah.
And anybody.
I also love that they're like, Trump has to denounce this. In what world is Trump going to denounce this? In what world? In what world do you think Trump is going to denounce this? Like, this is why all of these people liked him in the first place. Because he would say some shit like this, you know? And so it's like, it's like, who do you think you elected? Who do you think you elected? Like, do you not realize, like, this is the person, like, I feel like this is in the same kind of vein of, like, oh, you know, I wanted to elect him, but I didn't realize he was going to be like this. Like, I didn't realize it was going to be like this. Or if they're like, I like his policies, just not what he says. It's like, no. This is the whole package, man. This is the whole package. Hi. Did you guys hear her? She was... Her meows have gotten so high pitched now, and it scares me because I'm like, is something wrong? But anyway, I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. Oh, no. And they're just like, oh, but I don't like what he says. It's like, okay, this is what you voted for. Like, this is what you voted for. This is what you wanted. This is the whole package. He's always been like this. Like, what makes you think he's going to denounce this? It's what? You're just trying to make yourself look good. You know he's not going to denounce it. That guy who crashed the event is like a super uber giga maga bigot piece of shit. Oh, well then... Okay, then never mind. Not kudos to him. I mean, yeah. I have no idea. I don't know these people, so I don't know. But thank you for letting me know. Because I do not know these people. But yeah, then fuck him. Okay, let's watch this.
There was one moment I do think Trump has to denounce, and anybody associated with it has to denounce, and that's that crazy fighter guy. I don't even have his name up here, but he won the fight. He took the microphone and he made a derogatory comment.
He did not take the microphone. Joe Rogan was like, he won. He was like talking into the microphone. I don't think he took the microphone.
It's about Michelle Obama. To me, that on the White House lawn. Now, these are UFC guys, all right? They're crazy. They're idiots. You have
So he's outside of the White House lawn, maybe. But like on the White House lawn, that's just too far. That's just too far.
Strickland, who's one of the craziest people of all time, to the point you can't even pay attention to what he says snuck in. But when you have that on the White House lawn, on an event you put down, I don't care what you think about the Obamas or anything, that has to be an immediate denounce. Like, wrong, doesn't speak for me. I have no problem with the event. I guess you run that risk because these guys are lunatics, but that was the only thing. If Trump...
It's so funny that he's like, these guys are lunatics. I don't mind the event. These guys are lunatics, but I don't mind it. But Trump needs to denounce him. I don't think Trump has denounced him, and I don't think he's going to. Okay. So then this is Fox News. So this is everyone's talking about this this clip, and this is the thing. So, okay. So Jessica says, Josh gets up there and says, Michelle Obama is a man. The White House won't even clean it up. Everyone knows it's repulsive. Gutfeld, how about Plattner? Now, what does Plattner have to do with any of this? What does Graham Plattner have to do with any of this? This is stupid. I seem to remember not long ago how often I heard that Melania Trump was an escort. Like, I'm not understanding what any of this... First of all, what do you mean, what about Plattner? This is just whataboutism. What do you mean, what about Plattner? Like, we're not talking about Graham Plattner. Graham Plattner has nothing to do with this, okay? He has absolutely nothing to do with this. And I just don't understand, like, so... Are you saying because of his old, like, Reddit posts? Because I've heard... Republicans say much worse, okay? Much worse. And not defending him because, but like he has grown from that and has since denounced that. The Trump administration is just like, F it, whatever, we don't care what he said. Like they don't care. But also, she was an escort, and a lot of people that are often now, huffing and puffing. No, it's like, I don't know, it's just, okay, anyway.
And you've got to mention, and I know you probably don't want to, that the guy who won at the end, that Josh Hokett, gets up there and says, Michelle Obama is a man. That was his final message. So you had a guy who vomited on himself during a weigh-in the day before.
Yes.
There, Joe Rogan,
which was disgusting.
Maybe he was paralyzed in the moment and didn't think, I should emphasize the fact that Michelle Obama, a former first lady, since we're talking about patriotism and paying our respects to the White House and those who've come before us, is not a man.
He's not running for Senate.
It doesn't. And then the White House.
This is like, what does it have to do with what does that have to do with anything? I was arguing with the hog, and he ironically called him Grand Plattner, and I thought of a Sans hog voice. Ironically, Grand Plattner. That's hilarious. I don't get how all these Republican and conservative like politicians and pundits are like, oh, but Graham Plattner, dude, like the things Greg Gutfeld alone has said have probably like 100% outweigh anything Graham Plattner has said or done. Same with Jesse Waters. Same with Tucker Carlson. Same with all these people. And it's like, oh my God. And they're like over here clutching their pearls over Graham Plattner. Now I'm going to call him something different. But they're clutching their pearls over Graham Plattner. And I'm like, we literally have someone in government right now who's called he's like the head of the Department of War, and he has white nationalist tattoos. Like, don't, like, oh my God. Greg Gutfeld was like saying he didn't care if they were him. It was Greg Gutfeld and it was Jesse Waters saying they don't care if they get called a Nazi. They're like, oh yeah, call me a Nazi, whatever. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I keep going on these rants.
Stephen Chung's like, well, Josh Hokett had a great night. Dana White's out there saying this is no good. Portnoy, Shane Gillis, everybody knows that it is repulsive, and I presume you guys know this as well. That shouldn't.
How about Plattner?
Why can't you just say that the guy
because
should never have said that Michelle?
What does that have to do with anything?
Pointing out, there's nobody on the left that has any credibility to ask us that question.
Because we don't know what a woman is? Is that what you're trying?
No, because you guys have kept silent on everything. Hell, I seem to remember not too long ago how often I heard that Melania Trump was an escort. And from a lot of people who are now huffing and huffing. People who.
I mean, wasn't she? Pete Keg's breath. I do love that. I think she was, though. She was a part of Epstein's whole thing. She was.
Who say that a black kid who stabs a white kid, that was just him defending himself. People.
This is something I hate, and this happens to me all the time when I talk to people I know who are more conservative. It's the constant whataboutism. Like, we can like it's never about Trump did this thing, or this person did this thing and it was a bad thing. Can you acknowledge that it was a bad thing? And they're like, oh, well, what about this? What about that? We're not talking about that, though. We're not talking about that. We are talking about the topic that we are on right now. Why can't we talk about that topic? This is why, like, this is why I would get so frustrated, and why I probably got kicked out of my uncle's house, is because I hate that. It just bothers me so much, because I'm like, we're not talking about whataboutism. We're not talking about, like, what about this topic? What about that topic? We're supposed to be talking about this event, and you don't. I don't know what this girl is doing. She's making so much noise. We're supposed to be talking about this event, and you're like, what about Plattner? What about this? What about this, like, teenage crime thing that I was not following? But this teenage stabbing, they're like, he's like, what about that? What does that have to do with anything? Absolutely nothing. Oh my God. Okay. So just to tack on to the craziness of this event, and I learned about this today on the Majority Report. So I knew that there was supposed to be, like, weather, and that I was hoping they would get rained out. But apparently they were going to do it rain or shine. And so this is what the Weather Channel posted. UFC Freedom 250 is facing a chaotic weather setup on the White House South Lawn with a 60% chance of thunderstorms, heavy downpours, and wind gusts up to 34 miles per hour, threatening to delay the outdoor fights. On top of the storm risk, brutal DC humidity is driving a triple-digit heat. Okay, so that's just a fact. That is literally just what the weather was. Okay? Listen to what Rapid Response 47 says. This event is about celebrating America's unmatched greatness after 250 years, which apparently doesn't sit well with the friendless loser who wrote this bullshit clickbait headline. Rain or shine, we're celebrating our great country no matter what. God bless America. This is insane. Like, what do you mean this clickbait headline? They said rain, 30 miles an hour winds, and mosquitoes on the White House lawn. How is that a clickbait headline? That is just the truth. That is just the truth. And the reason that they were talking about this on the Majority Report is because there was someone who wrote in who said that they used to work in like setting up concerts and stuff, and how doing it when there are storms like this literally is like is a threat to those people's lives who are setting up for this event. And I used to work, I used to do that too. I used to set up like events, and like for instance here in St. Louis, I set up for the rally after, I think it was like the next day, but it was when the Blues won the Stanley Cup. So there was like this huge like sticker thing on the stage, and I put that down, like the decal, and I helped set up the stage and all that kind of stuff. I used to work for a company that did that. Well, they still do it. But anyway, that specific day, it's funny because that specific day, there was thunderstorms and rain and all sorts of weather. And we literally like had to delay the rally, and we had to delay setting up because you can put yourself in danger if there is a thunderstorm while you're setting up with all this metal and electricity and everything like that. And so we would delay it. We would stop setting it up because that is not safe for us. That is not safe for us, the people who are setting this up. And they're literally like the president of the United States. I mean, of course, I don't put it past them, but the president of the United States on the White House is like, yeah, we're going to do it rain or shine. I don't care. Like, fuck it if you die. Fuck it if you get hurt. That's essentially what this is. That's essentially what they're saying. And so it's just like, yeah. And it's not just like the setup. Then they also have to tear down too. And so who knows what the weather was like when they were tearing down, but if it felt like triple digit heat, that is like horrific. That's horrific for those people that had to set that up and work on that. Yeah, I just thought this was insane. Like, getting mad at the Weather Channel is such insane cult shit. Like, that's what this is. This is cult shit. Like, now you're arguing with the freaking weather, man. Like, you're arguing with it. Why are you arguing with the weather? What is wrong with you? Like, I just don't understand. Okay. And then I thought this was funny. I haven't read this yet, but I thought this would be funny. So this is Erica Kirk's response. So she said the left wants the White House to feel like an untouchable institution reserved for political elites. The funniest thing is, like, what do you think you are? Do you not think you're a political elite? Like, what do you think you are? Like, what do you think you are? What do you think this whole entire event was, if not for the political elite? If not for the elite, right? Like, everyone there were celebrities or politicians or the UFC fighters or what have you. Those are the people that were there, right? That's who was there. Also, not to mention, there was a shit ton of corruption. There was a shit ton of corruption. All of the athletes were getting paid by Trump coin. By Trump coin. Right? What else? You had to have Paramount Plus to watch it, which Trump has shares in, which is owned by the Ellisons. And then, what else? There was, steak. They had steak ads everywhere, and it's not even legal in America. They had all these cryptocurrency ads everywhere. They were handing out monsters, and all of these companies have some tie to Trump. So it was just a huge corruption scheme. And Erica Kirk is over here like, the left wants you to think that it's for the political elites. What is this? What was this? If not specifically for the elites? This is the biggest just F you to everyone who's struggling right now. The biggest F you to people who can't put food on their table. The biggest F you to people who are struggling to get gas. That's what this was. So it's insane that she's taking this approach to it. Yeah, conservative. Okay. But anyway, okay, she said, they hate seeing it used for events that remind Americans it belongs to them. Okay. Turning the White House into a place of celebration culture. What culture? Okay. And public engagement, especially as we approach America's 250th, strips away the myth that government is something distant and above the American people. Okay. No surprise. No surprise that the Democrats despised last night's UFC event, but what truly frustrates them is what it represents. A White House that feels like the people's house again. Okay. Okay, I'm sure. Did you say that for Emma reacting to Jenks gloating on some? Oh, okay. So, I did see that, and I am going to make a video out of that because I watched I watched that video of Francesca and Emma responding to that, and I was so mad this morning. I was like yelling in my bathroom as I was getting ready. I was like, oh my god, I hate Jake, this MFer. So yes, that's gonna be a video. I think I might do that's gonna be a video this week. Yes. I did see that. Thank you for tagging me. I have lots of feelings about that. So many feelings. So yes, thank you. I am so excited to talk about that. But anyway, so this was Jack Osborne at the event. Jack Osborne, I don't do politics. It's a dog whistle every time. And I just thought this was funny. I don't care who went. I don't care. But it is true. It is a dog whistle. Whenever someone says I don't do politics, I know for a fact that they are on the right in some form or fashion, because they don't want to admit it or talk about it, right? And saying I don't do politics, even if they do mean it, which I think most people don't, but even if they do mean it and like they really don't think about politics, that is inherently a right-wing view or inherently a right-wing place to be in, because you don't think that politics affect you. Your life is like their life is so privileged that they don't think politics is ever going to affect them, and so they're just like, I don't do politics, it's too much stress. Yeah, so that's always a red flag. Always a red flag. Did you see Riley Gaines leaked a video of her VTS Patriot mobile chat? I swear my pillars, what do I believe in again? I did see that. I need to bring that video up. I call them Democrats because they're dumb. Don't forget the don't forget the B. Lots of people don't realize that there's a B at the end of dumb. Did you know that? Did you know that there was a B at the end of dumb? A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, so sad. I do want to watch that Riley Gaines video. I'm gonna bring that up. But so this is so funny to me, and I just had to watch this because this is so funny. This is the happiest I've ever seen Melania Trump. So she's talking to a fighter with like a shirt off. This is hilarious. This is so funny.
I saw a piece of heaven.
Look at her. Look at her face. I have never seen her smile like that, ever. I have never once seen her smile like that, okay? She always looks pissed off. She always looks mad. She always looks like something is wrong. This is so... We gotta watch it again. It's so funny. Look at her face. Oh my God. And I can't believe that people still think that they're like together, they're like a couple, or that they love each other. They hate each other. She hates that man. She hates him.
And I was running far away.
Okay, that was so funny to me. Nothing stops Ram. Oh my God. Okay. And this is, okay, so this is what I was talking about. The official broadcast for Trump's UFC fight announces that fighters will be paid in crypto from the Trump family's crypto company. Just pure corruption. Trump was super happy looking at some of those guys too. He was rubbing on some guy's thigh. I think I've seen that. Was that at the... I think I've seen that video where he was at the event and he was like, yeah, he was like, wow, you look so good. Like, have you ever thought about modeling? Trump is, like, I really think, I mean, if he's not gay, then he's at least bi. He's at least bi. I'm telling you, like, he is attracted to men. Yes, he is. He is. And it's quite obvious. It's quite apparent, okay? He always loves to talk about how good-looking men are. And, I mean, listen, if that's what he likes, more power to him, okay? More power to him. I just wish that he would go fulfill that part of his life and leave the rest of us alone. That's what I think he should do. He's getting old. He should sow his wild oats and leave us all alone. Leave us all alone. Okay, anyway.
Also, tonight's $250,000 performance bonus in USD1 is presented by World Liberty Financial. USD1 is a digital dollar. Send money faster and cheaper. Available on leading exchanges. Also, tonight's $250,000 performance bonus in USD1 is presented by World Liberty Financial. USD1 is a digital dollar. Send money faster and cheaper.
Okay, I can't even hear what they're saying, but anyway, I can barely even hear what they're saying. But anyway, why would you? I just don't understand why you would take that as payment. Why would you take Trump coin as payment? Like, why would you take cryptocurrency? Why would you take that as payment? I don't feel like it's worth anything. Okay, Hassan said he's asexual and biromantic. I know, he thinks he's asexual. He should retire and find a BF, go on a cruise unless we get power and lock his ass up. I agree. Yeah, I can see because like I've heard Hassan say that before, where he's actually asexual because it's not really about being like attracted to someone. For someone like Donald Trump, it's more about the power over someone. And I can see that. But then the way he talks about men, I'm like, I don't know. He seems to really be attracted to them. You know, why does Home have a Hitler haircut in that frame? I don't know. He does. He really does. I don't know. Oh my God. That's really funny. That's a good catch. I don't know. That's really funny. I don't know. Oh my God. That's hilarious. Okay. So, okay. All right. Now to my favorite part of this. Not my favorite, my second favorite part. My favorite part we're going to get to next. But my second favorite part of this whole story is the fake messages. I think it's funny that if you look this up in Twitter, it says, just outright says, fake Eric Trump messages spark brief UFC White House drama. Brief UFC White House drama. You mean corruption? You mean corruption because this whole family is corrupt. This whole family are just a bunch of criminals. Anyway, it's funny that this is how Twitter has it. But there are community notes saying journalists and all sorts of people have noted that it's true. The guy, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Anyway, so this is the drama, the brief drama that they were talking about, the actual corruption that just comes so easily to them. This is what it was. So in a now deleted post, Daniel Cormier? I have no idea. I'm sorry. Exposed Eric Trump for asking him if any UFC White House fights were rigged. So he has since deleted that post and said that he got hacked. But if you were hacked, I don't think you could get into your account to delete it, then say I got hacked. I think he was telling the truth, obviously. This doesn't seem very far-fetched to me whatsoever. I think this is what they do. I think their whole lives has been this cheating and corruption and criminality. I think that has been their whole entire lives. They have lived with silver spoons their whole entire lives. They expect everything to just be given to them while they sit here and call everybody else lazy and literally ruin things for everybody else. The rest of us have to pay shit tons more in everything, on food, on gas, because of their incompetence. And they're sitting here and they are making money off of their corruption and off of their criminality. And they do it every day so flagrantly. They're just so bold with it. And that's why he thought that he could do this, because he has gotten away with it every other time. This is not meritocracy. These are Nepo babies that have way too much power and money and prominence. Okay. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I was trying to read, but I had to scroll down. And mustache, too. I know that guy really did look like Hitler. Like, was he trying to look like Hitler? I don't know. DC is a coward for deleting and covering it up. Yeah. Cormier. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Eric is dumb as hell. No, he really is. First of all, okay, so let's read the text because he really is dumb as hell. But this was the original post. So it said, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for bringing this to light. However, I refuse to stay silent. I guess not anymore. The UFC is a sport that I am deeply passionate about, and I will not tolerate this type of insider behavior. Shame on anyone trying to ruin this beautiful event. I don't think it was a beautiful event, but sure. But anyway, so these are the texts. So this is from Eric Trump. Hey, Daniel, I'm going to be attending the UFC 250 tomorrow. Saw you were casting. Hope to see you then. Yo, Eric, didn't expect a DM from you. Excited to meet you and the family. Much love, brother. Anything you can tell. It's so funny because this guy actually does look like he's excited. He's like, much love, brother. And it's like, it's funny to me because it's like I think a lot of people truly believe that Donald Trump and his sons are like they really worked hard and they really like they got their money and they got their status just by working hard and being good old boys or whatever the hell. And then it's like so but they're so bold and they're so outwardly corrupt that like most people accept that they're corrupt, but there are still some people who truly believe that like Donald Trump and his family are doing what's best and they're just, you know, whatever. And it seems like he was that kind of person because he looks so excited. And then now he's like, oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Who would do this insider thing? Who would do this? Who would do this? Who would have this behavior? Bro. Is it not so obvious that this is who that family is? This is who the Trump family is. This is how they've always been. This is who they've always been. And it's funny to me that you thought anything different and that you were so excited to meet them. Anyway, sorry. Going on lots of rants today. Okay, anything you can tell me about the fighters tomorrow who you got winner? You placing any bets? Nah, I'm actually not allowed to bet on any cards or anything. And it's funny because I feel like when it comes to a lot of like sports, most people who are involved, who are like on the team or involved in it, are not allowed to make these bets, are not allowed to do that because they could potentially try to rig the game, right? And so that's what he's saying. He's saying, no, I'm not allowed to do that because we don't, that's like that's not allowed, you know? That's a conflict of interest. But Eric doesn't care because he's like, everything's rigged. It's all rigged for our favor anyway. That's just how he thinks. And then this is what Eric said. Are any of the fighters injured that you know of? Okay. Eric really is stupid. It's like, why are you saying this? He's not subtle at all. I'm not quite sure why you're asking me this. But I think they're all in good shape. I'll just cut to the chase. Okay, so then this is what Eric says. I'll just cut to the chase. Are any of the fights tomorrow rigged? I've been eyeing the Lopes fight, and I think an upset wouldn't be too unrealistic. $sign. God, he's so dumb. Why would you do that? But again, I think he does this because he just assumes, because like everyone around him is so corrupt, probably does stuff like this all of the time, and he just assumes that everyone is corrupt like him. He just assumes that everyone is trying to take advantage of every situation like him, and he just assumes that because his last name is Trump, he can get away with anything he wants, which is, I mean, kind of true. And so that's why he did this. And then okay, let's see. Ask me something like that. Okay. No, wait. Okay, so wait. Okay. Let me go to the last one. Okay, so then this was his response to this. This is the last message. No, none of our fights are rigged, and honestly, I'm appalled that you would even ask me something like that. Oh my God. And so that's the whole story. And I, of course, think Eric 1000% did this. But again, he has since deleted the post, said that his account was hacked. Don't believe any of it. Apparently, Grok is saying that this post was never posted. again, don't believe that, because Elon Musk can make Grok say whatever he wants it to say. And so, yeah, no, I totally believe Eric Trump did this 1000%. I 1000% think he's that stupid to just come out and say something like this. I also think that they're just generally so corrupt as a family that, of course, he thought that he could do this, because he's probably have done this many times before. Yeah, Eric is dumb as hell. He is. He really is so dumb. Okay, let's see. And then everyone knows he's lying, because like everyone's like, look at him, he's lying through his teeth, he's terrified. He couldn't have been hacked because he was in control of his account and able to post normally.
See, what happened with those posts were from Eric Trump?
Not real.
They're not real?
I can't believe you guys believe that. Like, who believes that?
Like, who believes that? Everyone. Everyone
said it was posted on your account.
I got hacked or something. Who believes stuff like that? That's crazy.
What? Oh my God. That's just pathetic. Pathetic. So pathetic.
So you didn't post it?
Why would I do that?
You're a fucking legend.
Hey, what do you think of Josh Hokett's joke, man? What do you think of Josh
So
Hokett calling Michelle Obama?
The journalists that say you posted it are wrong?
Yeah, absolutely.
He said, yeah, absolutely. So that's the other thing. There are actual journalists who were like, no, he did post this. This was real. And he's still denying it because he's pathetic. Okay, Eric Trump tried to get insider knowledge to bet on the UFC fight, assumed it was rigged because everything his family touches is corrupt, and then got a community note when he tried to lie about it. So this is what he said. He said, we are aware of the fake AI-generated screenshots being circulated online. I have never spoken with Daniel. He has since deleted his post, which confirms it was clearly fabricated. I'm sure that confirms it. That confirms it. And then it says this is the community note. Multiple journalists and eyewitnesses confirm Daniel posted the screenshots himself before deleting them. Deleting a post from a verified account does not confirm fabrication, and participants in the conversation cannot fall for AI fakes of their own direct messages. Damn. I love it. I love it. Okay, now this is my favorite part of this whole story. This is my favorite part, is the, like I was talking about earlier, the juxtaposition from Laura Loomer yesterday to Laura Loomer today. So, Laura Loomer yesterday said, I don't really watch sports or fights, but I'm so glad President Trump is getting an epic 80th birthday bash. Hope he deserves it. I hope everyone has fun. Weird. She is so weird. Because he's dumb. He's really, really dumb. I have to say this on my own, a Michael Jackson song, Bad. I just have to change the words. He's bad. Okay. He's dumb. He's dumb. Okay, I can't do it. Man, that's awesome. I love that. But yeah, so Laura Loomer is, God, she is such a bootlegger. Because that's all this was. And so she's over here like, oh my God, I hope he has an epic birthday bash. Like I said, this was not about celebrating America's 250. That's how they were trying to sell this. Oh, it's the 250th celebration. No. This was his birthday party. Also, he is 80 years old. He's 80 years old. He fell asleep. I think he fell asleep at the UFC fight, and he fell asleep during the Knicks game. Like, what the hell? But this was the, I don't know. I don't want to do the music, but this was the video that they posted for the UFC. UFC on Paramount Plus. Yeah, just stupid. But anyway, this is what Laura Loomer was saying yesterday. This is what Laura Loomer is saying today. So she Well, actually, it's so funny because I think this is her kind of trying to stay on Donald Trump's good graces, but then also being very pro-Israel. So I think we can all agree after this deal that Israel does not, in fact, control Donald Trump or America. So many of you fell for... What is she... Podcasting? What podcasting Russian and Islamic propaganda peddled by Iran, Qatar, and Turkey. I wonder if the people who fell for this lie wake up and regret their life decisions. How embarrassing for them. She's talking about Tucker Carlson. Donald Trump is his own man, and the United States is a sovereign nation. Israel bad, Jew bad is an op to help the Red-Green Alliance take over America. At this rate, thanks to propaganda, a Democrat will be president in 2028. Hopefully people snap out of their woke Reich hypnosis soon. Notice how, like, she doesn't even talk about Donald Trump, right? She just talks about how, oh, hi, I'm sorry. Are you okay? Can you all hear her? Okay, anyway, my cat. I just want to know if you can hear my cat. Okay, he fell asleep at both. Yes, 100%. She's so crazy. She is so crazy. Like, she's insane. Like, she's not trying to get... She's trying to stay on Trump's good side, but then... going after everyone else for saying that, like, this was Israel's fault, and that, like, Benjamin Netanyahu got us into this. And, of course, America, this is also America's fault, and it only could happen, like Trump allowed this to happen, allowed this war with Iran to happen, because, of course, every other president hasn't allowed this to happen. Donald Trump is the first president to allow it to happen. So this is not to take any blame away from Donald Trump or from America, or Biden for that matter, because Biden, of course, continued the genocide, and is a war criminal. But I forgot what I was saying. I was going down that whole rabbit hole. Oh, okay. But a lot of people on the right, like Tucker Carlson, are like, no, we should not be giving all of our money to Israel. And Benjamin Netanyahu did influence the decision to go to war with Iran, which he did. And he admitted it. He admitted that he wanted this for decades. So that's who she's going after now, instead of going after Trump, which I find interesting. Okay. We did hear her a little, okay? She, like, it's so funny because she's so, like, it's very loud to me. And so I'm like, oh, I wonder if everyone can hear. When I don't, like, pay attention to her for too long, or if I'm doing something for too long and I don't, like, acknowledge that she's there, she, like, meows at me and she's like, hello, I'm here. She's so funny. Okay, oh my God, did she Monica Lewinsky him again? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Monica Lewinsky, actually, I think she's pretty good. Like, she has a pretty good politics now, I think. She's a cool, anyway, sorry. I'm not talking coherently. I'm thinking as I'm talking, but she does a lot of, like, activism and stuff now. Okay. Hassan reacts to the Daniel and Eric Trump UFC fight rigging situation. What the hell is this?
Daniel Cormier.
Okay,
UFC
that's how you say
fighter,
it.
Now commentator, says, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for bringing...
Okay, we already went over this. We don't need to watch that. Okay, I want to see if she said anything else about Donald Trump here. Let's refresh this. Let's see if she actually went after Donald Trump, because I know Mark Levin kind of did. Okay, so, which I find interesting. Laura Loomer reposted. Oh, the one thing that everyone is on the same side of is that they shouldn't have killed this dog. Okay, I'm sorry. This is totally off topic. I don't want to watch that. That makes me sad. The LAPD killed a dog. after a welfare check, and it wasn't a welfare check because they killed the dog, and they said the dog was attacking them, but the dog was not attacking them, and they killed the dog anyway because that's just what police tend to do, is kill animals and kill dogs, which is just disgusting. I know, right? It's bad. I know it's bad. She agreed. Nala agrees with me. It's so sad. That dog story is so sad. It is so sad. It's devastating. And unfortunately, there are lots of stories like that here in America where cops, they shoot first, ask questions later. And like, it's just so fucked up because they do it all the time. And I have been watching, I don't know why, I've been getting into those crime shows a lot. And it's something that happens so often where cops are like, oh, is that dog friendly or is that animal friendly? And I'm like, why are you gonna shoot them if they're not? Like, you're just gonna shoot them because you're incapable of handling situations in any other way but violence and shooting at things? Ridiculous. Just it bothers me so much. It pisses me off. It pisses me off. It pisses me off. Okay. Okay. So I guess she's going after Megyn Kelly. I'm sewed up with, okay. So she's not even talking about Trump. She is literally going after everybody else but Trump. Okay, let's see what this one is. I think this might be the first one. Oh, she's saying that the president says that the story that the U.S. is paying $300 million is fake news put out by the Democrats. Yeah, it's funny because every time he talks about the JCPOA, which he still is talking about, he was talking about it in France today, and he was saying, oh, Obama, they had to load a truck with up all this cash and give it to them. And it's so funny because he's talking about that as they are also giving him money, and it's not giving them money, it's unfreezing assets that we took, right? We took. It's so funny because like he will say, oh, it's totally great, we're giving them this money, it's totally great, we're gonna do that, and it's all gonna be over, and it's great. But then when it comes to Obama, oh, he just gave them all this cash and it's so corrupt. Ridiculous. But anyway, she is literally just going after Tucker Carlson, and she's not going after Donald Trump. So she's going after everyone but Donald Trump, which I find very funny. I find that hilarious, that she's trying to toe this line. Mark Levin, Mark Levin said, I can't tell you how many people, several of whom you know, who are contacting me out of grave concern. Oh God, Mark Levin is hilarious. It's so funny that he's upset. It's so funny. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, I don't know. I just thought that was funny. How dare Israel defend itself? Fan says Israel striking Beirut almost thwarted peace deal. Yes, because it did. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna stop looking at that. I just think it's so funny. I just think it's hilarious that I don't know. I find it so funny that all of these people have been like constantly up Trump's ass and have been like, oh, President Trump, you're the best and we love you and blah 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 blah. And now that he's like, oh, we might actually have a deal, they're like, oh, what is happening? Oh my God, this can't be happening. They're like freaking the fuck out, and it's so funny because they don't care about anything else because they want this war to happen. They wanted this war, and that's why they were sucking up to Trump so much, is because they wanted this war with Iran. And now I still don't believe that it's fully going to be over. I hope it will be. But again, I don't trust that Israel is going to just stop, because they're still, there's supposed to be a ceasefire and they are still murdering Palestinians. And they are still bombing Lebanon. And well, they stopped now, but I don't trust that they're going to actually stop. And they said that they're not going to pull their troops out of Lebanon. And so I don't know. I hope that it's real, but I have my skepticism. I do think the one thing that I think is like good, that maybe it is a real deal, is that that JD Vance is the one going out and telling everybody this. And I think that's on purpose, because it's kind of like with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. He purposely put her on the like border or whatever to sabotage her in a way, so she couldn't run against him or run the next term. And I think that's what Trump is doing to Vance. He's essentially sabotaging him, and is like, here, you're going to be known as the person that's going out here and talking about how this was such a good idea, even though it's essentially the JCPOA, just worse. And so I think that's why he has Vance going out there. But yeah, anyway, let's see. What else are we gonna talk about? What else are we gonna talk about? Okay, I gotta find that Riley Gaines video real quick, because I wanted to watch that and it's really good. So let me see. I have it saved. I have so much saved on Twitter. It's insane. I have like so many saved posts. Okay, and I know the Riley Gaines video is one of them. I know it is one of them. Okay, let's see. Why can't I find it? Okay, here, we're gonna watch something else where I try to... No, here it is. Ooh, I found it. It's on my Twitter if you can't find it. Oh, thank you so much. I just found it. I was like, I know I had it. I watched it because it was really funny. Okay, this is hilarious. Okay, so this is Riley Gaines, the 5th place swimmer, who apparently Republican MAGA people did not know that it was 5th place. I remember having an argument with my mom and my aunt about this, and I remember saying that Riley Gaines was in 5th place, and they could have swore that she was in like 3rd place or some shit, and I said, no, she was in 5th place. Not only was she in 5th place, she tied for 5th place. That's why she got mad, because she tied for 5th place, because she is a sore ass loser. Okay? And instead of trying to get better at her craft, instead of trying to be a better athlete, she instead decided to become a bigot for sale. And so that's what she did. And she went on this whole media tour, and now she, I guess, has her own podcast, because that's how easy it is on the right wing to have your own podcast, is you just get money from all these different people who tell you talking points. You regurgitate the talking points, and then you got all this money and all these views. It's insane. But that's what Riley Gaines is doing here. So she is sitting here, and she is getting talking points from a sponsor. And she says that she cares so much about all these different things. She cares so much about all of these things, and yet she doesn't remember what they are. So it's really funny, and I think it's a perfect... I'm glad this leaked, because I feel like this is most conservatives. Most conservative pundits are like this. Not all. There are some people who really do. Like, I think Mark Levin actually, believes what he's saying. He really he really is that pro-Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he believes what he's saying, but people like Riley Gaines are just opportunists. They don't believe any of this shit. They don't actually care about any of this shit. They're just opportunists for the money. And that's why when her husband got deported, she was crying online like, oh my God, I didn't realize it'd be my husband that was gonna get deported. Yeah, no shit. You were saying mass deportations, lady, and now they're happening, and you're like, well, I didn't want it to affect me. Oh, God. That was actually, honestly, a really great day. I laughed at her because I was like, that's what you get, man. You're over here like, I want mass deportations, blah, blah, blah. And then your own husband gets deported. That's what you get, honestly. That's karma. Karma's a bitch, girl. And that's, I don't feel bad. I never felt bad. But this is Riley Gaines. And this is just loser with a capital L. Exactly. JD is a scapegoat. He 100% is a scapegoat. 100%. I think he always has been since the minute he became vice president. I think he was 100% always going to be the scapegoat. For whatever was unpopular, that happened in this administration. Okay, so loser with a capital L. Yes, she is. So this is Riley Gaines, the loser with a capital L, showing how fake she is and showing that she doesn't believe in anything, and showing that she is, like I said, a bigot for sale. Like that's all this is. And it's pathetic. But let's listen to Riley Gaines say it herself.
Wait, tell me the pillars again. So it's pro-life. Okay. First, second. Yep. Cool. The First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the sanctity of life, our veterans, I feel very passionately about. Do you guys, if you're...
Okay, wait. Okay.
We're going to talk about, I mean, you hate to even call them political issues, but do you specifically say, like, the left or the right, or is that something you try to kind of refrain from? Like, if I were to say something to the effect of, like, the left is still doubling down.
Yeah, you can say it. Okay. I've heard you introduce from the beginning, so.
Okay. First, that's what I needed to figure out really quick.
She's not even, I just don't feel like she's even very good at this. Like, why is she getting paid to do this? She's not even very good at it. I mean, listen, I don't think I'm the best either, but, like, I'm just like, why? You have to keep being reminded of all these pillars. I thought you believed in this shit. Like, what? How do you? Honestly, this is also like, this is like foundational conservative stuff. Like, I know this. Like, I could probably tell you all the pillars of this company before Riley Gaines could. What? Like, those are not complicated things. These are things that conservatives have always talked about. Being pro-life and the Second Amendment and pretending they care about veterans. Like, this is not new stuff. This is not new. Like, she's not even good at pretending she knows what she's talking about. Tagged you in the replies of Riley's response to this video going viral so we can watch it after. Yes, thank you so much. Oh my god, thank you. Yes, amazing. I'm excited. Okay.
Is when I first, I mean, definitely over a year though. I would say, can I just say that, like, around 2 years ago? Wait, tell me the pillars again. So it's pro-life. Okay. First, second. Yep. Hello, my name is Riley Gaines, and I'm a very, very proud Patriot Mobile user, and I have been for about 2 years now.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay, wait, how do I get to my... I don't even know how to get to notifications. I don't know how to use... Oh, here we go. Duh. Like, I barely know how to use this app. Use this site. Let's see. Why? Okay, I got that one. I got that one. Thank you for that. Let's see. Let me refresh again. Let me refresh again. Okay, let's see. Maybe if I just go to Riley's. Sorry, that's my shoe on my. If you can hear that squeaky noise, that's my shoe. Let's see if I can just find like Riley Gaines. Riley. Oh, I have my caps lock on. Riley Gaines. Okay. This is relevant. I want to see her. Oh, okay. I saw this. That was funny. Okay, that's her other. Oh, why does she still have this picture of her? When is the last time she competed? When is the last time she swam? What? Why does she have this as her banner? What the hell? Riley Gaines is dumb as rocks, especially her viewers. No, I just don't like. It's just so funny to me. Like, she's like, I've been using Patriot Mobile for 2 years, but I can't tell you a thing about them. Also, again, these pillars that she's like, oh, that one. Like, I get needing to, like, you know, remember, but isn't that with every conservative thing says therefore? Like, I just feel like it's a weird, it's just like, what are you even doing? Okay, oh, God. Not a complicated symbol, by the way. Okay, girl. Okay. Was that her response? Wait, was that video of her outside her response? That's her response? Okay, let me go back. Let me watch that then. This is a weird ass. That's a weird ass response. Okay. This is her in front of the fence. Oh my gosh, that's her response in front of the fence. Was okay.
Don't get on my phone.
She's so funny. Okay. Let's start this over. Okay. So this is her response to not knowing the pillars of American conservatism, even though I feel like the rest of us could spout it to you verbatim. I mean, I think a lot of people on the left, that's why people like Dave Rubin, I think, well, Dave Rubin is so dumb. He's such a bad example. But I feel like a lot of people on the left could cosplay a right-winger so much better than a lot of these right-wingers do. It's like, what? Okay.
I generally don't get on my phone on the weekends. I had no idea that I was involved in this internet online X controversy that does not exist anywhere outside of X, by the way, surrounding Patriot Mobile. So I figured I would just make a video, clear some things up. Number one, Patriot Mobile has never, ever, ever paid me for anything. Not.
What? What? No, that was an ad. What do you mean? Of what?
A service, not a campaign, not a commercial, not an ad, an endorsement, a product, nothing. I've never, ever been paid by Patriot Mobile.
No, that was an ad. No. Stop. Does she literally think we're that dumb that she's like, I've never been paid by them? You're still promoting them in this video. What do you mean you don't get paid by them? What? What? Cab of the highest order. Yes. She did that shit for free? No. There's no way she did that shit for free. Because look, she says touch grass, find a hobby, and get aligned with Patriot Mobile. That is not how you would post if you were not getting paid. She has to be getting paid. No, there's no way. She's lying. She's 100%. You don't sit there and record a literal commercial. That was literally a commercial. And then ask, oh, what are the pillars again? What do I believe in again? What does Patriot Mobile believe in again? If you're not doing a commercial. What? Then why are you asking? What?
Check the filings, check Like my bank account, I don't know, they've never paid me. So the whole bought and paid for thing would maybe be applicable if I had been paid, which I haven't. But even still, no, it wouldn't be, because I really am a proud Patriot Mobile user. Clearly, I live in the country. I love their service. I've never had a problem with it, whereas that has not been the case with other phone lines. I like the causes they support. They are pro-life, pro-veteran, pro-military, pro-freedom.
Oh, you remember this shit now. You remember this shit now. Isn't it funny how it just comes off the dome now? Oh my god, that's actually hilarious.
Just to provide some context to the raw footage that was released, which I will say, it was a total blunder on Patriot Mobile's end of having that footage where it could be accessed by the public. I guess you got me. It's not natural for me to like sit in front of a camera and film myself talking with no teleprompter, with no script. It really was a personal and heartfelt endorsement. But when I was asking, like, is it okay if I use this language and this, if I say this? That mostly came from working with several 501c3s and 501c4s over the past few years, understanding that you have to be very specific about the language. I understand that Patriot is a for-profit, so maybe I didn't necessarily have to be concerned about those things.
Yeah, which is also why that was a commercial, and you most definitely got paid.
Make sure that I was saying everything in a manner that would not get the brand in trouble legally or financially. I don't know. That's just my very young, naive, not business-minded brain. I don't know. Like, I feel like that's pretty standard to do. Again, when you have a camera in front of you, it takes multiple takes to do. I don't know.
Which is
I'm
a
gonna
commercial.
Keep doing my thing. Go back, hang out with my family. Enjoy my weekend here in Tennessee. I encourage you guys to like touch grass, get a hobby, keep like arguing online. I don't know. Maybe go get a Patriot Mobile line. They didn't even have to pay me to say it. Y'all are weird.
We're weird. We're weird. You're lying about a literally obvious commercial. What? It's just another ad. Exactly. That's why I didn't think that was her response, because I legit thought it was just another ad. That's what I legit thought. I thought it was just another ad that she had on her page. I actually saw that before, but I didn't realize that it was her responding because I didn't watch it. But I didn't realize that was her responding to it. No, 100% is just another ad, and she's 100% getting paid. You cannot tell me she is not getting paid for this. How are you making 2 different ads and you're not getting paid? There's no way. There's no way. She's totally lying. She is totally lying. Okay. The last thing that we're going to watch is something really funny. And I thought it was hilarious. Well, we're going to look at a couple things. But the last video we're going to watch. So, as we all know, something that overshadowed the, UFC fight on Sunday, thank goodness, was New York's just jubilee. And as a person who does not live in New York, sometimes it's hard to look in New York because you're just like, wow, they're having so much fun. And I feel like this quote completely just sums it up. America's fighting for its life. Meanwhile, New York City's living in Zoran Mondami's Disney Channel movie. 100%. But anyway, the next one. And now everyone in New York is just like in heaven, having just like the best time of their lives, while the rest of us are living in hell. That's what it seems like. It seems like New York is just having like the time of their lives, and the rest of us have to just watch from afar. Like, wow, that must be so nice. But anyway, I thought that was funny. But the funniest thing that I thought was this video. So I don't know who this guy is, but I guess he's someone who doesn't like Zoran. Vince Langman. He said, so this happens, first of all, this happens in like every city. Every time there's like a major win, I feel like this happens all the time. People go out in the streets. There's like fires. There's chaos. There's mayhem consistently. Although I will say, at 8 a.m., I saw pictures online at 8 a.m. New York was completely cleaned up. Nothing was going on. Everything looked spotless. And they had a Puerto Rico parade today. So I'm just saying, everyone always has they're crazy. Oh my God, everything was so insane. He cleaned it up and everything was great this morning. So just saying, I bet you Cuomo wouldn't have had that cleaned up by the next day. Anyway, so this guy says, while street thugs were destroying police cars, burning school buses. I don't think they were burning school buses. They were taking apart school buses, which was funny, but they weren't burning school buses, and smashing windows on businesses. The communist mayor in charge of law and order in the city of New York was in the middle of the mob, acting like a college kid who had his first beer at a frat party. Okay. No, this is not Zoran. If you have not realized, it's just the way that this is not the mayor. This is not Zoran. Look, okay, it's so funny. He's really pretending though. He's a comedian. He kind of, he does really look like him. But then when you get a close up on his face, you can tell it's not him. But it says the video does not show Mayor Mondavi, who is celebrating the Knicks win at a bar in Queens with AOC. And then that was a comedian. But I think it's so funny because Zoran is just objectively doing such an incredible job that they have to literally sit here and just that they have to just like make up shit, that they don't have anything. They just have to make up shit and look at silly shit and think it's real. It's just another ad. Okay. Nick Shirley went to New York to cover the celebrations. Respect to you for being the only leftist that isn't suddenly a Knicks fan. I'm not a sports person, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I will not pretend I know sports because I do not. A school bus was lit on fire though, but I think it was hogs. Oh. Well, that's the other thing is like this happens in so many other cities and things are caught on fire and typically it's like older white people, but nobody cares when it's older white people. Everyone's like, oh, whatever. But of course, all the right wingers are like, oh, these thugs, these street thugs when it's somewhere in New York because they're racist and they don't care when it happens in like Wisconsin. I've been an NY Knicks fan since the days of Patrick Ewing. They're my East Coast team and Portland Trailblazers are my West Coast team. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's so cool. I love that you're a fan. Yeah, I'm happy for everyone that's a fan. I think that's great. I love watching Emma get so excited. It's really cute. And I love it. You can tell how excited she is. And I really have enjoyed that. But just doubling down on my point about Zoran, Mamdani closed a $12 billion deficit in 132 days, which Eric Adams left for him on purpose to try to like sabotage him, fixed over 1,000 potholes, secured millions for gig workers. I think it was Taco Bell. They sued Taco Bell. Fined corrupt landlords millions. Raised snow workers to $30 an hour. And violent crime hit historic lows. This is what a leader does. And I just like wanted to point that out because I was having dinner with my dad the other day. Sorry, Dad, if you're watching. But I was having dinner with my dad the other day, and we were talking about Zoran. We were talking about like Graham Plattner and Zoran and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, and Zoran is doing an incredible job. And he just like shook his head at me, and And I'm like, no, but he is. He like objectively is doing an incredible job. He objectively is. And everyone and their mom was like, oh, how are you going to do it? Oh, you're going to see what socialism is like. You're going to see what socialism is like. And here we are. And here we are. And here we are. New York is like objectively having the time of their lives, right? They are having like the best time, and the rest of us are just like, bro, this is hell. This is hell on earth. We literally live in idiocracy. So I don't know. I hated seeing Taylor Swift at the games. Yeah, I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan. I used to be when I was younger. I'm not anymore. I will say though, the Haim sisters, the one that she was with that like made the shirts, she was in the drama, and wow, it's hard to see her as anybody other than Rachel in the drama. I hated Rachel in the drama. And I just like, God, I just saw her and it just like it was like PTSD from the drama. But that's besides the point. So she just like screen printing, and I was like, oh my God, it gave me a good idea. I'm like, maybe instead of having to deal with like fourth wall, and I don't really like doing drop shipping anyway. It's not really something I like feel like I ethically align with, and so I don't really like doing it, but it was just like the easiest way to have merch. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can learn how to like screen print and make my own stuff. So we'll see. Who knows? I like crafts. So anyway, all that to say, I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan, but those shirts did give me an idea. Okay. And how great was it that the only loss was when Trump ruined it? Yes. And Emma was talking about how she's happy that that happened that way. First of all, because it made a lot of people hate Trump even more, which I'm on board with. But also because them winning just totally took the focus off of Trump and the UFC at the White House. And like most people didn't even know what was happening or like what was going on. And I think that's wonderful. I do think that's wonderful. And the World Cup watch parties too. Oh yeah. Everyone's excited for the World Cup. Again, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a sports person. I don't know. That's not my thing. Mariska Haggerty, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but I love her and I love Law & Order SVU, was there, and she's an actual fan. Yeah, I love her. I do love her. I think she's incredible. She's an incredible actress too, and I'm happy she's doing stuff outside of Law & Order SVU. But yeah, Trump admin is screwing over the Iran soccer team. I know the Iran soccer team literally don't they have to stay in like Mexico and then come up here for their games and then go back, which is so, it's so maddening because, and then we're also for the World Cup, we're like not letting referees come in. We're not letting certain athletes, we're like, everyone kept saying this is going to be a problem. Before the World Cup, everyone was like, mass deportations and the World Cup and then eventually the Olympics don't mesh together. That doesn't mesh together because the whole point is that everyone is coming from different countries to come together and experience this event. And if they can't come here, because we have a racist ass government that's only letting white South Africans in, then how are we supposed to sit here and have the World Cup? How is this supposed to happen? And everyone was like signaling like the alarms, and the Trump admin was like, oh no, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be great, don't worry. And now it's not fine, it's not great, and everything that everyone was worried about is happening. And it's just, it's so frustrating because I don't know why. I mean, of course, that the World Cup. I forgot the name of the league or whatever. But I mean, of course, that's very corrupt, and the person who owns it is very corrupt. But it's just like, why would you have it in America? Why would you have it here? I hope they don't have the Olympics here, because why would you have it here at this point? Like, what's the point? You're putting athletes, you're putting all these people, you're putting, all these referees, you're putting all these employees, you're putting them in danger just trying to come here. It's just not, I don't know. Kansas City is only hosting because Rahm Emanuel said no when he was the mayor of Chicago. Is playing in LA now, and as soon as the game ends, they will have to immediately leave to their base and camp in Mexico. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it's like, I was watching earlier, and one of the Iranian athletes was like, we're sportsmen. Like, we're not politicians. We're not a part of the government. Like, we're sportsmen. Like, why are we being treated differently? And it's just like, you listen to that, and it just makes you so incredibly frustrated and just mad and upset, because you're like, yeah, why are we treating them differently? Like, they are not a part of the government. They're not a part of whatever. Like, they're athletes, and they're from Iran, and they're in the World Cup, and they should be able to stay in America. Why are you sitting here and making them go to Mexico right after? Like, it's so insane. We started the war in Iran. We bombed them first. So why are we sitting here like, oh, now you have to go to Mexico? Like, we should not have it here. We should not have the World Cup here. If there were going to be these restrictions, then we should not have it here. But they don't care. I mean, yeah. FIFA, thank you. But FIFA doesn't care, because they are utterly corrupt, and they're like, they want to be like best friends with Donald Trump now. It's so frustrating. This shit should not be here. It should not be here. It should not be in America. If we're going to sit here and literally question people, that referee was like questioned for hours. Why are we torturing people when they're just trying to do their jobs? It's unhinged. It's racist, and it's insane, and we shouldn't have events like this in America, because we are literally like creating an apartheid. And I mean, we support an apartheid and a genocide overseas, but we're essentially creating apartheid here in America, and we already have concentration camps, and yet everyone's like, oh, let's have the Olympics, let's have the World Cup, let's have it in this like fascist fucking government. Like, okay, but we can't let them have nuclear weapons. Yeah, I know. First time catching a live in a while. Hi, Walk Miles. Okay, Mexico could have hosted it solo, and I would have been okay with it. Honestly, like, it's just, God, it's a frustrating it's a frustrating circumstance, because we shouldn't be having this right now. Like, we should not be having this right now. The way that our country has been acting, the way we have been bullying everybody else, have been attacking everybody else. Like, we should not be allowed to have these type of events here. We just shouldn't. We shouldn't. But of course, you gotta bow down to Donald Trump, or he's just gonna keep being a bully. And so I guess that's what everyone's decided to do. Even though he's losing power, like he's not losing power, like he has all the power he wants, but he's losing favorability with his base, and he's losing. Of course, his numbers are in the dumpster. He's like at 20% approval rating at this point. And so I don't understand why more people aren't trying to get off this train right now, this train that is going to inevitably crash and burn. I don't see why more people are not getting off, but they're not. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I am very tired. And I should probably go hang out with my cat, 'cause she was yelling at me earlier. But that is the stream today. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, I'm going to try to do some more videos this week. So I'm going to try to do a Jank video and an Ethan video, because I saw Jank saying, too gullible to realize they're doomed. Yeah, that's true, I guess. Well, it's kind of like Eric Trump when he was trying to be like corrupt, and he just thought, I'm just going to be honest. I want to know what's rigged. Like, $sign. Like, he just thinks, like I feel like all of these people are so egotistical and have the biggest egos. And so they just assume, because for so long they have gotten away with everything, that they're just going to continue getting away with it. And they're right. I mean, they're probably not going to go to jail, even though they all should. Everyone in this administration should go to jail, but they're probably not going to. But I think what they don't realize is that when even your base starts detracting from you, you may have power, but you really don't have all that much power, because the electorate is not with you, right? They're not going to go along with you. But then that also creates where they're just going to rule by force. So, which they're already kind of doing. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm just rambling now. But yes, thank you for being here. Okay, the most bass player is Nathaniel Brown, an American born in Germany who rejected America to play for Germany. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. That's really cool. Even though Germany is not being really great right now, but they're also being a little fashy right now when it comes to Palestine. But good for them. Good for them. I'm glad they were like, F America. Good for them. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too. I know I'm just rambling at this point. But yeah, I should go to bed. I'm tired. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. I think so. Wednesday is going to be my Jank video of him saying that, oh, the UK is coming after me now. I'm the one in most danger and blah, blah, blah. Bullshit that Jank is saying. And then Friday, I think it's going to be Ethan. So yeah, get excited. I'm excited. Anyway, I will see you in the next live. Yeah. Love you all. Oh, wait. Oh my God. I forgot. Thank you, members. Thank you, Creflo. Thank you, Hey Skip J. Thank you so much for being members and sticking by me through my inconsistent posting member videos. But anyway, yes, thank you both so much. Thank you to everyone that was here. It was so nice to see everyone. And I will see you in the next live, in the next video. Bye. Okay, now here's the actual outro.